Width and height attributes can be declared for any element. These may seem pretty obvious, however, these two properties are essential for setting specific heights and widths of elements, particularly div elements. Remember in the child div setup in the previous movie that the div elements will expand width-wise to fit their containers. In this case, a parent div, if no width attribute is specified. I have two boxes here defined by a class up here in the head section of my document. Dot box, border thin, height 50 pixels. If I go ahead and specify a width setting of 50%, notice that these boxes shrink to be 50% of their parent container. So until you establish width and height rules or attributes for many HTML elements, control over those elements will be missing. Values can be given as length, percentage, or as auto. Let's go ahead and change my 50% up here in the box width to 250 pixels. If I replace the percentage sign with a px right there, and notice that the boxes now are 250 pixels wide. You can see there's a rule up here, 250 pixels. Let's go ahead and change that to something wider. Let's go to 450 pixels. I'll cover more about the auto value, setting your widths to auto values, a little bit later in the tutorial. You'll notice pretty quickly when using divs in particular that the width and height values can be influenced adversely by other rules within the style sheet and also by the HTML elements they might contain. For example, the resulting display here of my two yellow boxes can be affected by any number of values from margin, padding, border, or other child elements, or indeed the styling of the parent div tag that they're residing in. Most modern browsers also support the declaration of minimum and maximum width and height values, which you may need when working with unpredictable content. We're now ready to move on to the next movie and review the margin property in some detail.